video on Chud the Weirdo, aka Chud the Builder. And you know the last video I made with him, he shot a black man when he was fist fighting them or whatever, and he shot him, and then also shot himself. So we're gonna see what's the update, because right now I know he in court and in jail right now. But let's see what's going on.
Chud the Grifter received some very terrible news this morning, and the best part about this, we all got to watch him receive this terrible news. To think all you had to do was just leave black people alone? All you had to do was literally just leave.
He can't leave us alone. We on his mind too hard.
People alone.
He can't
Chud heard that judge bang that gavel, and he said, he was back in court today in front of a judge for a bond hearing, and this bond hearing, his first appearance, was the first time that Chud and his supporters really understood the gravity of these charges and the gravity of the moment. They were talking about these charges as if Chud would be out by Monday. But today, they finally got the message.
It's like we do every day. If you can't do that, I'll give you a chance to go ahead and leave now, because anybody that calls any kind of disturbance at all is subject to being in direct contempt and serving 10 days in jail and a $50 fine or both. Just want you to know that. We're not going to put up with any outbursts or any shenanigans today. Okay? Any questions?
Okay. I'm low-key laughing. Like, I'm trying not to laugh because that's what his ass damn get. That's what his ass get. That's what his ass get. That's what his ass get. He thought it shit was safe around this motherfucker. Now look at his ass. Standing in the courtroom. Yes, sir.
Okay. What do we got? State versus Dalton Etherly. And bring Mr. Etherly out. Good morning, Mr. Etherly. Did you hear this?
He walking stiff as shit. That man walking stiff as shit. I know he got little chains on his ankles, but he's still walking stiff as shit. Like they did something to him in that jail already.
You're here this morning in case number 26 CR 5295.
That picture right there on the side.
You're charged in count 1 of criminal homicide, 39-13-201. That's an 8 felony. It's punishable by 15 to 60 years in state penitentiary. Count 2 is deployment of firearm during a dangerous felony, 39-17-13-24. That's a D felony. Normally, that range of punishment would be 2 to 4 years in state penitentiary. However, by statute, this case is a charge is enhanced, and if you don't have any prior convictions, it's a mandatory 6-year sentence at 100%. Count 3 is ag assault with serious bodily harm, 39-13-102. It's a C felony, carries a range of punishment 3 to 15 years in state penitentiary. Count 4 is reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon, also a C felony, 3 to 15 years in state penitentiary. Have you hired an attorney yet, sir?
I don't know if it's me seeing a judge say these numbers or my hatred for Chud, but I ain't never done math this quickly before in my life. I was calculating it up as he was reading it out. Chud is 28 years old. To really fully understand this, he's 28 years old.
Mm-hmm.
For a judge to look you in your eyes and tell you that one of the charges you're being charged with could potentially keep you in jail for 60 years is him telling you could die in prison. Like, this is a life sentence. Heck, black folks, we merciful, all right? We are merciful. Even if we say, hey, Chud, if you get on bended knees and sing the Black National Anthem, we'll, recommend to the judge to take off 20 years. Even if we take off 20 years, hypothetically, of course, because ain't no mercy. We don't got no love or empathy for Chud, F him. But if we take off 20 years, at the age of 28 years old, being asked to walk down 40 is a life sentence. A 28 years old walking down 40 is walking down a life sentence.
Let me say something, though. That's what his ass get. Did he really think shit was sweet? Did he really think shit was rainbows and gumdrops around this motherfucker? He wanted this. He said he's going to blow out our heads, just for his ass to be sitting in a courtroom, about to be facing long times. You really not about to see your damn child. You're really not about to see your damn child because you wanted to go around calling people the hard R. What the like? Sit there and people that supporting him for doing that, sit there and think about it. This man is in jail for saying a word that he should have just never said when he could have just been out right now with a good job. He could still be doing his little live streams, but just not harassing people, calling people the hard R. He could have been doing other stuff because he said he wanted to do his own business and stuff. He could have been doing his little kick and all that, showing his business. But what did his dumb ass do? His dumb ass went and ran around calling people the hard R. Now, guess what? You're facing charges. You're facing charges. Oh well, I don't feel sorry for you. That's what you get. Maybe this was a lesson. This was the karma right here. This was the karma I was talking about. Have his ass sitting in the jail.
Bro. Simple as that. And the one thing that stood out of all of this, out of everything, the one thing that stood out about Chud being in that courtroom, the judge pointed it out, people who I had in court pointed it out, people who was outside pointed it out. There were people outside protesting Chud. There were detractors of Chud in the courtroom protesting Chud. But you know the one thing nobody mentioned? Chud's supporters. Chud's family wasn't present. Nobody was there to support Chud. It was Chud in that courtroom filled
Damn.
with a bunch of people.
That's pretty sad as hell though. That just show you that nobody fuck with him. Like his own his what his wife or baby mother or whatever, ex wife, don't fuck with him. She even wanted to change their child name. She did not want the same name. Like what? Nobody fuck with you, Chud. Your supporters only support you because they're weird just like you, and they won't go outside and do the shit you do because they're very scary. Let's be real.
People who despise him and hate him for everything he has done. So at the age of 28 years old, you shot yourself, you went to jail, and you're facing attempted murder charges, and your family isn't even present to support you because you have made yourself the ultimate pariah. You fully crashed out. And you crashed out for a bunch of people who don't give a damn about you. This right here is a tale far too common on the internet. A guy ruining his life for validation from internet supporters, and then when he fully ruined it, they're nowhere to be found. Chud's last live stream before the shooting, Chud was talking about how the only support he had left was from his audience and his demographic. Where are they at now for Chud?
Who's helping me, bro? I can't even, like, my whole family doesn't even help me, bro. I don't have federal agents. I don't have organizations. I don't have people behind me except you guys.
In his brain, he really thought the people who was encouraging him to go out and disrespect black people and be racist, he really thought in his brain that these were the people who were going to be by his side when he got into the deep mess. They're not, bro. Your family was going to be by your side, but you made it almost impossible for them to support you. Bro, I'm sure not everybody in Chud's family is racist. I'm sure people in Chud's family is looking at what he does and said, bro, what type of monster are you? Bro, we can't deal with you.
You have? I'll have to check. Okay, Mr. Finley's here. You've been hired yet, Mr. Finley? I know you have a prior relationship with him in other cases.
No way it's changed.
No, all right. So I'm going to appoint Mr. Finley right now to represent you. Should you make your bond and you want to hire Mr. If you make bond, you're going to need to hire Mr. Finley. I'm going to set this for preliminary hearing on the 26th of May. All right. That'll be inside 14 days, Mr. Finley. Does that work for your calendar? Yes, sir. Not yet. I'm about to do that. I want to make sure he's got an attorney and all that stuff first.
Yes, sir, May 26th.
Okay. All right, bond. Bond's not been said yet. General, do you have a position on bond today?
I want to hear this bond.
You know,
I want to hear out the judge's mouth. I want to hear this bond right here.
Two cases, one from here, one from the Davidson County. Pending a hearing where the court could be informed to make a decision based on the following factors. I respectfully request to be held without bond until a day we can have a hearing.
Okay.
So the court can make an informed decision. Right now, it would just be arbitrary.
Okay.
Number.
All right. Thank you, General. When the court sets bond, if we have a bond, when we have a bond hearing, we'll consider TCA 4011-118. The overriding intent of that statute now is to protect the public interest and public safety. Mr. Easley's on bond apparently on several other matters when this matter was allegedly committed. I'm looking at an A and really a super D, a C, really 3 C's and an A really for tracking kind of purposes. It's pretty serious.
Your Honor mentioned criminal homicide. I thought that was attempted.
Did I say homicide? I meant to say attempted criminal homicide if I didn't.
Okay.
I thought I did, but that's still an A felony.
Yes.
Okay.
So bail, we're gonna have a bail.
I'm gonna set just a bond right now. After we have our bail hearing, then I'll let you make all the arguments. We can go through all the factors in the statute and see if that gets amended up or down. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to set initial bond at 1.25 million.
No way. No more. Absolutely cooked. 1.25 million. It was only 3 months ago when Chud was begging his white supremacist fans to donate money to him because he couldn't feed his family, because he didn't have any job to feed his family, and his business,
Now he won't be feeding his family at all because his ass gonna be in jail for a very long time. No more feeding. And I don't even think he could get these funds right here, which is crazy too. They passed the fund that he wanted. He was actually low, and then when he went to jail, they passed the funding, which is so crazy. All he had to do was go to jail, and they was gonna go all the way up to the funds that he needed.
is absolutely tarnished and ruined. Now, and by family, he meant himself, because this is a scam. Because the baby mama don't rock with Chud. She raises the son. The son was taken out of Chud's custody entirely. So Chud used his family and his son to raise money for himself. Yeah. So if you couldn't feed yourself 3 months ago, where are you getting money from to pay your bond? Now people keep bringing up this donation raised, right?
Higher.
Now listen.
Chud
had raised about $102,000 before his arrest. So when he was going out doing racist things, white supremacists and racists were donating to him to feed him to continue to start doing it. And a lot of that money, I believe, is already spent because Chud didn't have a job, right? And Chud was traveling to Tennessee, Nashville, right? Every day, right? Staying in luxury Airbnbs, right? Eating steak dinners. So a lot of his money is already gone.
He already used all that money.
So let's just say he raised $65,000 since his arrest. That's still not enough.
I was thinking it was all from his live streams he was doing off a pump. But in reality, he wasn't probably making nothing much really off a pump. He was probably using this money right here.
For bail or a bondsman, it's still not enough. And even if he does raise the 10%, he got about what? Another what? Like 50-something thousand left to raise the 125,000, even if he raised the 10%, I got some more bad news for Chud that he probably don't want to hear. One of the bail bondsmen gave a statement. He responded back to a comment. And if Chud plans on making bond anytime soon, we got some bad news for him. Shout out to the brother Charlie Floyd from Clarksville for sending me this. Now, the bail bondsman goes, we as bondsmen in Montgomery County have local rules which will require a bonding company per 100K bond. Sometimes they let us go up to 250K depending on circumstances. So that would make it to where at the very least, there would need to be 9 companies involved, if not more. So their local rule says that, that one bond company cannot insure or guarantee more than $250,000, right? Is really 100,000, but at the most they can do 250,000. Then Chud would have to
find
don't even have
that much money.
9 bond companies ready to take a chance on him. But again, more bad news for Chud because the bondsman is saying, all right, there's about 20 bail bondsmen in Montgomery County, and none of them is gonna touch this. There will need to be 9 companies involved, if not more, depending on the judge's decision. But I will say that out of the 20 companies that are here, majority of us have said we won't touch the bond due to the severity of the case and this man being a threat to our community. So realistically, if he doesn't have
threat to our community, do you hear that shit? Folks already know this man was a threat. He was a threat from the jump. Mind you, this is probably what, a white person saying this. Ain't nobody fucking with Chud the weirdo. Ain't nobody fucking with him. Ain't nobody fucking with him. You was being racist just for nobody to fuck with you. Make it make sense.
Have the 1.25 million, he will sit there. This man lives in a single wide trailer and grift for a living. He don't got it. He don't got it. Now, will the white supremacists and the racists raise 1.25 million for Chud? I doubt it, but that would be impressive if they do. Now, even if you do raise, let's say the 10%, right, and you do find a Bill Bondsman, don't you have, like, for something like that high, don't you have to, like, guarantee, like, property or something? And I don't think anybody in Chud's family is signing over their property. And I don't think none of the supporters who support Chud are going to sign over their freaking property. Chud is in a world of trouble. Yo, to think that you made this much of a mess for yourself, that you were so hateful, so despicable, so nasty, that even predatory Bill Bondsman
don't even want your ass.
Yo, who
don't even want you to be out?
Like child predators a bond. Even they're saying, bro, we can't touch you. We don't rock with you. We don't want to do no business.
No, that's crazy though. They do bond out child predators, and they don't even want to build out Chud. Ain't nobody fucking with you. They already know we build out Chud. That's gonna make us look fucking bad. You worse than a child predator. That is crazy. It's all good though. You gonna have fun in jail. Every person you call a chimp, you gonna be quiet in that motherfucking. You gonna be quiet in that jail. All the people you call a chimp, it's gonna be black people in there. You ain't gonna say a word. They might beat your ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. They see all people. He don't know this, but they see all that stuff out here in there. Literally, they got tablets and stuff, sneaking phones. They got all that stuff. They can see all that stuff. And when they hear that you come into their prison, you gonna have a rude awakening, cause they gonna be happy to see you.
With you, our money ain't no good with you. No, your money ain't no good with us. Shh, you done effed up now, Chud. Now the judge even like emphasized, cause his lawyer tried to try to rebuttal. The judge even emphasized, yo, there is a community risk with this guy being out here.
Based upon the fact of how many people in the courtyard were here at the courthouse, and the seriousness of all these felonies and his bond status. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So the 26th at 9 o'clock, I'm sorry, the 21st at 9 o'clock for a bond hearing, and the 26th at 9 for a preliminary hearing right here. Does that work for everybody's calendar? General, does that work for the state?
Yeah.
All right.
Just for the court's information, Mr. Finley, staff may request to file a source hearing when and if there's an attempt to make law.
Okay. Is there any objection of us taking all those matters up at the bond hearing on the 21st? And Mr. Finley, do you have any objection to doing it that way? That's the most efficient way, I think.
There's another hearing, I think the 21st or the 26th, to see if they can reduce the bond. I doubt it. I doubt they're reducing the bond whatsoever, okay? Now, Chud would be not so happy to hear, okay, that his white supremacist homies like Nick Fuentes is calling for the judge to send him to jail. They're advocating for Chud to get found guilty and get sent to jail.
Damn.
Because even the racists don't like you, Chud.
Praying that Chud has at least one wingman on his jury and no grow eyebers. Free Chud.
I say send him to jail. I don't think what he did was defensible. Yeah, at a certain point, if you're running around with a gun antagonizing people and then you shoot somebody, like, it's one thing if somebody attacks you for no reason and you shoot them. It's another thing if it's like, here I am with my live stream where I provoke confrontations. I hope I don't have to kill anybody today. Like, I don't know, man. I wish that he could just reform and, they give him a slap on the wrist and he doesn't do anything again, but I mean, that was going to happen no matter what.
Lana Del Rey Grower percent $20.
Never thought in my life I would say this, but I agree with Nick Fuentes, okay? Ain't no saving this dude, man. Let's not have no mercy. Send him to jail. But what do y'all think, man? Y'all think the white supremacists will raise the $1.25 million to get Chud out of jail? Let me know, okay?
Hell no, they not. They don't even have that much money. Because if that was the case, they would have already had that up right now. Like literally, when it popped up, they would have already had that money ready. Boom, he would have already been at a mill. He don't have that much amount of money. And if he did get bail, if he does get bond, he's just gonna go to jail. You waste all. Imagine wasting all that money to get somebody out, and then he go to jail, regardless. Like you just wasted all that money. Y'all put all that money onto that man, and he still goes to jail.
I've seen them do worse, okay? Let me know, man. If you guys are watching this video and you want to watch another good video,
That's crazy,
then click
though,
on this video right
man.
here to find
Oh
out
well.
exactly
Goodbye
why
to
Charleston
Chud.
White
Have
is
fun in
accusing Adam of some
jail.
very horrifying